Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everybody.
We are back with part 21 of
Yes.
our Donkey Kong Country 3 Let's Play.
Yep, 21 parts.
And we are up against a thunderstorm.
Yes. It's as if we're battling heaven itself. Not to be blasphemous. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay.
Oh no. That's not good.
Oh crap. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's really bad actually.
Yeah. Yes, so we hope you are doing well
Yep.
this early November
Yep.
day.
And happy election day for the American viewers watching this show. If it hasn't happened already.
I was going to say election day is the 2nd November. Second Wednesday in November.
Oh wait, you're right. It's the day before, so hopefully you had a happy election day.
Yeah.
I'm
hoping that the results, when this is uploaded, that the results are favorable.
Same here. Especially to our American viewers.
Yeah. And anywhere really, but we certainly really could use some good news.
Yes. Yes, we do need that good news.
The odds are kind of not stacked in the most favorable way.
Yes, this is Herculean odds, but no one's really sure how to predict it.
Oh, at least we got to the halfway point.
Yep. That we did.
Yes, that's something at least.
Yep. Okay. Well, politics aside, no!
We hope it withers
Oh,
to
yeah.
your favor.
Yep.
However you like it. Oh, crap.
And whoa. Did you see how he was?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird glitch. And hopefully Christmas shopping is not driving you up the wall. Because I know some people get sad because of that.
It can be hectic, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not quite,
No.
it's kind of early for the chaotic day that
Yeah.
some people try to make a week long or 2 weeks, or people are even doing months early.
Right. I'm guilty of that.
Oh no, I mean the corporations.
Oh, you're talking about the corporations and the shops. Yeah.
Yeah. No, shopping early. The earlier the
You're right.
better.
Actually, you're right, bud. That's true.
I'm talking about the day after Thanksgiving that they've extended.
Oh, Black Week.
Yeah, Black Week and whenever they feel like it.
Yeah.
I remember during the summer they're like Black Friday in July, and I'm like,
Oh, great. I still have to deal with Christmas in July.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess before you have your Christmas in July, you need your Black Friday in July.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't have it in June.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might as well start Christmas shopping on January 1, really. Maybe December 26th.
You mean celebrating for the... yeah, you mean shopping. For the next year. Yeah.
Correct.
Shopping for the next year. Yeah, I know. I said celebrating instead.
Oh, well, if you want to celebrate Christmas year-round,
I guess.
yes.
There are people who celebrate Halloween all year round. Do you know who you are?
Yeah, Kevin's calling you out.
Yeah, sorry, but I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah.
But it's fine if you know who you are and you're proud of it, and that's fine. I don't mind. I mean, I do, but you can do you. It's your thing.
Yeah.
I just don't like having it shoved in my face.
Yes. Speaking of which, I learned there's a movie called Halloween End. Is this going to be the final end of the franchise?
Oh my God. No, they're gonna be like, in a month or two. They'll be like, just kidding. Or you'll watch the whole movie, and then you'll watch the credits, and then they'll say, just kidding.
Yes, so then we'll have Halloween finale where Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis are in the senior citizen home and...
they're still going at each other.
Yes!
Yeah.
Mr. Myers, haven't we told you not to wander around the home at night? It's time for your applesauce. Yes. I'm looking forward to that Halloween sequel. It'll be sad and funny at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they probably won't make it.
No, they'll make it a next generation thing.
Yes.
I don't think, unless it's used for comedy, I don't feel like they utilize elderly actors nearly enough.
Not often. In fact, we're amazed that we have brought back Jamie Lee Curtis and Mike Myers for the second or third time in a row.
Yeah.
That we brought those two back for a Halloween sequel.
Yeah, which I'm glad about.
Yeah.
It's getting better, but we still... Hollywood still has an obsession with youth.
Right. Unless they then decide to release Halloween the remake again with... I don't know how you do that.
I mean, the next one is probably going to have the next generation as babies.
Yes, preschool Mike Myers and preschool... good person.
Well, I mean, we've had, we've had a few movies where it's like an evil child.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure we've had comedic movies with evil babies. I don't know if there might be a few that have tried to take it seriously. It's probably something you can do, but
yeah. Good gracious, I can't wait to see that. I say sarcastically speaking.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, you have to understand, we grew up in an era where they decided to keep things young and fresh. They would age down the characters and make them babies.
Yeah.
At the very least, I'm grateful that they started to do them as kids instead of babies, but even that was annoying.
Kevin and I grew up with Muppet Babies, and I still am confused thinking about...
And Looney Tunes baby.
Oh... Yeah, they kind of did that twice. First with Tiny Toons, and then with...
Yeah.
Literal Looney Tune babies.
Yeah, and I felt like Tiny Toons was supposed to, be poking fun at Looney Tunes.
Yes, and being the next generation of Looney Tunes,
yeah.
I think. Where... Back when Babs and Buster used to be not related and a couple before somebody decided to retcon that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I mention I didn't really watch Tiny Toons as a kid?
I don't know. I've seen some episodes. I think you and I were in this weird situation where you preferred Animaniacs and I preferred Tiny Toons?
I think so. But to be fair, when I did look back into it, Tiny Toons did have some smart, funny moments.
Yeah, and now when I say that, I'm not saying I was a huge fan of Tiny Toons, but it's kind of like if I had to choose one, I'd choose Tiny Toons, which is probably a very unpopular opinion given how popular Animaniacs was.
I would say Animaniacs and Tiny Toons are on the same level.
Yeah.
People don't pick one or the other because they see them as the same A-grade quality.
I see.
At least that's my take on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I guess I felt like Animaniacs was more for an older audience than Tiny Toons.
That is a fair critique, because I do think it kind of was also.
Which is why I think a lot of the humor didn't jive with me. I think it was dark humor for, maybe people who were younger when, Looney Tunes and, cartoons in that generation were newer.
It also helped that the Animaniacs was something fresh and new, whereas Tiny Toons was the next generation of something that was already established.
Right, and I get that, but I guess Animaniacs, there was humor that was too, I guess, a little too cruel, yeah. Too cruel. Some of it was a little too current events-y.
Yeah.
Where, I wasn't in the know with that especially, the age I wasn't really...
Understandable, because through Tiny Toons and Animaniacs come the next wave of the shows, which... Those shows, I have to say, those are the ones that are obscure, and that's where the popularity questions come in, which are Freakazoid, Pinky and the Brain, and the biggest of the ones that is probably the most divisive, Hysteria.
Yeah, and this is an interesting case where I enjoyed Pinky and the Brain more than I enjoyed Animaniacs proper.
I can see that.
I actually kind of enjoyed the Pigeons a little bit too.
Yeah.
Those were two segments I enjoyed, and Freakazoid actually had its funny moments as well.
Yeah. Of those shows, I feel bad for Pinky and the Brain, but that was kind of successful, and I feel most bad for Freakazoid because that was supposed to be like the next wave.
Yeah, I kind of thought Freakazoid should have been its own thing.
Yeah, no.
And I think maybe the reason I liked it is it sort of reminded me of the movie The Mask, the Jim Carrey's version of The Mask. Which, by the way, the cartoon for The Mask, in my opinion, really flopped.
I watched it too. Yeah,
Freakazoid is like The Mask, what we should have gotten for The Mask cartoon, but what we deserved, not what we got, but what we deserved.
Yeah, I do think that the Mask cartoon had a mischaracterization problem with the characters in the movie.
I think it had an identity crisis.
Right.
Because it kind of wanted to relate more to the comic story, I feel like.
While being the Jim Carrey
while
movie
also,
at the same time.
Yes, while also marketing on Jim Carrey's popularity as The Mask.
Right.
Which it's impossible because, when I later learned about the the comic book pre the movie, it's just, it wasn't for kids.
Right.
So making a kids show
Good job, my man.
Like, you could have made, this would have been a perfect opportunity to do a cartoon for adults.
Right.
Because, yeah, not all cartoons for adults have to be filthy.
Yes. And in a funny way, Freakazoid kind of was, albeit they had light stuff for the children as well.
Yeah, and I think I could appreciate the more adult humor, and even as a kid, I could appreciate it more in Freakazoid than in Animaniacs. Maybe because Animaniacs leaned heavily on slapstick. I mean, not that Freakazoid didn't use slapstick, but there was just there was a different approach to it, I guess. It's hard to explain. I'd have to watch again as an adult.
Yeah, we both would have to, because I hate to be honest, because of the timing and when they aired it.
Yeah.
We missed out on a lot of Freakazoid.
Yeah, I think I've seen maybe 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And they were hard. They were hard to watch. In terms of they made it difficult for you to find it and watch it on TV, you know what I mean?
They did.
Yeah.
They did. I'm not gonna lie.
Right when you thought you figured out the time block for Freakazoid, something else was there, and you're like,
yep.
What is this?
Yes.
Now, I never saw the Pinky and the Brain spin-off.
Really?
The one where they added Elmira. I never saw that one.
Yes, when they tried to keep the Pinky and the Brain cartoon running.
And I guess I should say leaned heavily on Elmira.
Yes, and their solution was add Elmira, the Elmer Fudd child.
I never really enjoyed that kind of, we have to have a character who's oblivious to how much they're actually hurting and annoying the animals. I never liked that kind of character.
Yeah.
It was just hard to watch.
I agree.
And even if, you're doing that to criticize people like that, it's too hard to watch, especially with a child character.
Yes, as I remember, she was one of the 2 human characters in Tiny Toons. The other being Montana Max, and he was a jerk.
Yeah, not really the best.
Yes.
And maybe that
I felt like he didn't have Yosemite Sam's charm.
Mm-hmm.
Even he had his issues, but...
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe that's why I enjoyed Tiny Toons a little more, because when the human characters got their comeuppance, they deserved it more. It felt more deserved.
I see where you're going.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, because a lot of the torture towards the human characters in Animaniacs were mostly they were just trying to do their job.
So you felt bad for Dr. Scratch and Sniff
and for the police guard,
Ralph the police guard,
and the nurses who were objectified.
Even Miss Nurse, who would that fly in 2020's TV?
Oh yeah, I mean they got away with so much. I was half tempted to watch some of the reboot.
Oh yeah, you didn't?
I haven't yet. No.
Okay.
So I was very curious to see if they, did they lean into that stuff harder, or did they make it a little more appropriate to the times?
Right.
I'll be interested.
Because to be fair, there probably is a way you could still do it, but the problem is how you do it is the question.
Right. Yeah. I guess when you're looking at it through, there are kids who are going to think, this is a very funny joke.
Right.
And I feel like it would have been misinterpreted. I guess I would have felt different if Animaniacs was like advertised as a show for older kids or for adults, to have the inappropriate remarks made. I didn't like it when Looney Tunes cartoons did it.
Gotcha.
I thought, because kids see things that are set up as jokes and they copy it.
Right.
Because it's funny. You told me it's funny. And if you're raised right, you'll know it's wrong, but
right.
Some kids are not taught
and aren't bright enough to get that.
Yeah, and they don't realize it's wrong until they get punished for saying it because they thought it was funny, and then somebody says, hey, that's not funny.
Right.
So I guess that's it, and I think, how you frame it too. The fact that they were never punished other than with like eye rolls from Dot, or some kind of sarcastic comment.
Right.
They were never really punished, or I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know if the nurse ever did anything. Yeah, but I don't know. It's been so long. But I'm sorry to those of you who really love Animaniacs, and I'm just expressing my honest opinion about some of it.
Right. Yeah, I do know that Animaniacs ran long enough that I think they tried to.
They tried to remedy it.
Yeah.
By that point, I was already not watching, so.
Yeah, because I actually watched all the way up till the point where Animaniacs was doing more episodes that felt like specials rather than the episodic programming that they did from season 1, which Animaniacs had a giant-sized season 1, and as the show progressed, the seasons got smaller. All the way up till the final bit, which was the movie Wacko's Wish.
Yeah, by that point I wasn't watching episodes anymore. I remember seeing ads for the movie.
Yeah, and I watched that movie eventually.
I did not.
Yeah.
But I mean, by that point I wasn't watching Tiny Toons anymore either. So.
Right.
It's not like I was always trying to catch episodes, but...
Right. I don't think I saw the full How I Spent My Summer Vacation, but I know that was, for Tiny Toons, that was its Wacko's Wish, I think. Unless I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, I don't know if that I've seen that one either.
Yeah. But yeah, I just feel bad for Freakazoid because it kind of didn't last very long and got the shaft. The one that I don't know how to feel about is probably Hysteria.
Hysteria is a thing where, like, I think I saw it on local TV.
Yep.
I remember my dad being a huge fan of it, but I didn't really care much for it.
I can see why.
It was kind of like Animaniacs for history nerds.
Yeah, and it's a challenge to find stuff about Hysteria. It's a part of me is worried that it's become lost media.
We'll have to actually see if it is considered such.
Yeah.
Because we do have some things that, we felt like are lost media that people actually have documented fairly well.
Right.
But yeah, we'll look into it. Very much could be. I mean, or we have a case of where like a network is embarrassed about a show, and so they never really did home releases.
Right.
Like, tragically with one that I saw on Disney that I liked, Bonkers.
Yep.
That I would absolutely love to watch in the correct order.
Yeah.
But there's no official release of the full season.
Disney has not made an effort to re-release Bonkers publicly.
Yeah, VHSs of it are rare and expensive.
Did they even make a DVD?
I don't think they've made DVDs of it. The only DVD I could find looked suspiciously like a bootleg.
So unfortunately, that might be your only option.
Yeah.
If you're a devout Bonkers the Bobcat fan.
Yes.
I pity those who
We don't recommend it. We are not endorsing that,
right.
But
I pity those who were huge fans of the Pit Possum and Disney's attempt at making Ren and Stimpy, which yeah. even another guy on the internet we know did not like.
Yeah.
And seriously, yeah, Disney tried to make their own Ren and Stimpy.
Well, of course they did. It was so popular.
Yes.
That's another popular one I never cared for.
Yeah, makes sense though. Unfortunately, with what we know now, yes.
Yeah, and it's sad because this was a case of like before that happened. Since there are certain shows that, I actually like or appreciate in adulthood or feel like I might like or appreciate in adulthood, I had contemplated perhaps trying it, but, then the thing came out about the creator.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
Yeah, nice job, buddy. You ruined your legacy. Happy?
Yeah, at least you did it before I bought any DVDs of a show that I may or may not. I probably still won't enjoy, but I was willing to give it a shot.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to now, so. Shit. Oh! Sorry. We're near the end, so.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes, so yeah. We're getting closer, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just lost our halfway point.
Yeah. Anyway, it's sad. But yeah, the company that gave us the Goof Troop and the Darkwing Duck and...
Yeah. Darkwing Duck's one I wanted to see more of.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because at first I didn't enjoy it, but then I watched a little bit more and I thought, oh, this could be cool. But by that point I couldn't figure out where to watch it.
Oh.
Yeah. But that's probably one that I can more easily find.
Yeah,
because that was a beloved show.
Yeah, and that was very successful.
Yeah.
At the time.
Poor Bonkers.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to look for it on YouTube and see if anybody's uploaded portions.
Yeah, I think people have.
'Cause that might be the only option at this point.
Yes.
That or buying the bootleg, but that's even if it is a bootleg, and it could just be like we don't actually have an item and I give them money and they give me nothing, because that's been happening a lot more too.
Oh no.
Not with me, but like with people.
Right.
Or they'll send you something completely different.
Well, that happened to me once.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. When I got a bootleg NES Classic Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's better than buying the tent and getting the necklace instead.
Oh dear, I am afraid to ask what happened there.
Some kind of scam on a certain social media site that unfortunately my mom was a victim of.
Oh no!
She just, yeah, she was kind of bummed about it, but what can you do?
Yeah.
Well, we are at the 30-minute mark, but that's okay. You get one more
We'll get
bonus
one
try.
little bonus clip. As soon as the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry that if you saw us
whizzle around a bit because. Yeah.
This is going to be extremely hard to do because the timing's off on the monitor. But
yeah. It'll be a miracle if we get through this. Well, that's it, everybody.
Thanks, guys, for coming, and it comes back on. All
right. Have a good one, everybody.
See you next time. Bye.
Yep, do what you gotta do. And